Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking a new video on mine. It means a lot that you guys keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And today is the final video that I'll make about Survivor 44 before we know the winner. I mean, it's going to be all revealed tonight. As of the day that I'm recording this, I have no idea who's going to win. I don't know any of the placements past 5. So in this video, I'm just going to speculate here. I'm going to go off the edit. I'm going to go off the gameplay that I've seen. And overall, the big goal here is to decide who will win Survivor 44. Of course, if you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because as I always say, it's free, easy, and it really does help the channel out. Okay, I'm just going to go through each person here, keep it really, really simple. Let's start with Heidi. Heidi's a very unique case because it's weird. At the start, I was like, oh, Heidi's not really getting a big edit, and it's really her and Lauren who are getting very minuscule edits. That's now changed. Heidi's edit has increased, and at first it was positive. Going into the merge, her edit started to increase as her tribes started to get picked off. She, of course, kind of got more screen time. Of course, I think this is not good screen time because she basically either helps with or at least allows to happen all of her allies to go home. She is the reason that they all go home. Danny, Franny, and Matt. She knows about or votes for all of them at one point or another in the game. Not very good moves on her part. Her edit is like, she's been shown to be strong and good at the game, but then she's also, obviously been shown to make bad decisions. For example, voting all of her allies out. And also on top of that, playing her idol last episode when she did not have to at all. It looked so dumb, so bad, and it's such a bad move that I think the jury might just count her out here in their eyes. I think her best shot is to get to the end with 2 of the girls, because again, as we'll see in this video, I think that if Carson or Yam Yam is at the end with any of these females, they will beat them. Now, Carolyn is tough because Carolyn's been in power more than her. The question is, does the jury respect Carolyn's game or not? I don't know, because it's kind of hard to respect Carolyn because she, is Carolyn. So that really is what I think about Heidi's game. Very questionable, just to say the least. But then again, she's playing with people that are not the best at the game, aside from, of course, Carson and Yam Yam. Moving on to, of course, Lauren. I think that's kind of the next person because the Tika 3 needs to be saved for last. Lauren is interesting here. Her edit is the best out of anyone here, except for, of course, Yam Yam and Carolyn. I think her edit could even rival Carson's edit. It's very, very good. She's been shown to be positive, a fighter, someone who's been scrappy, played from the bottom. It's been very, very good. The issue is she's never really been fully in charge, and the few votes where she was in the no for the merge, she was duped because she made bad moves. Yes, she voted with the majority, meaning the Tikas, but she shouldn't have done that. She should have tried to blindside Yam Yam and Carson and Carolyn, and instead she went with them, basically getting rid of the entire Soka tribe. Not good moves on her part. And then on top of that, before the merge, she got 0 edit. We didn't see any of Lauren, which is scary because you'd like to see her gameplay if she's going to be at the end here. Maybe the jury saw more than we did, but really up until the 7th or 8th episode, she was barely shown at all on the entire season, which doesn't really speak well for her game. I'm actually more concerned, not necessarily with her being able to explain her game at the end, but with her just having something to explain. Like, I think she can talk her way out of problems, unlike people like Carolyn and Heidi. The issue is, what is she going to say when they're like, oh, what was your big move? Like, what is Lauren's big move? Is Lauren's big move helping to vote out Danny? Like, everybody voted out Danny. So it's just really tough. She has no moves that her or even her alliance can really speak for. And she was constantly duped by the Tikas. It's going to be really tough for anyone who's not Tika to win here because the Tikas controlled the entire post-merge, flipping back and forth and back and forth. Anyone who's seen even a second of my Power Rankings podcasts for the past 2-3 weeks knows that I have a very stern belief here that Carson is going to go out at 4. I just have that feeling. They're showing him with the fire, around the fire. They're showing the fire in his glasses. They showed him making fire earlier on. They've seen him talking about fire. And on top of that, his edit is of somebody who is going to go out and fire, meaning like a person who's a fan favorite, but just misses it by 1 vote, misses the end. I really feel like he's set to go out here at fire, which really hurts his chances of winning because you obviously can't go out and fire and win the game. I do think if that edit is completely wrong, and I am misinterpreting the edit greatly, and he does get to the end, I think he has a great shot to even possibly beat Yam Yam. it's tough because Yam Yam has clearly played the best game here, kind of deviating more from the Tika 3, having more control, I feel like, and having that closer bond with Carolyn. I do think Carson can beat him though, because Carson's made probably better relationships than Yam Yam has. Yam Yam may have played the game better, but Carson has more friends in the jury, and it might just be Carson's winning element to have all of those friends. I think Carson again has to avoid going out on fire here. I don't think Carson's going to go out in this first vote. I think it's either Yam Yam or, of course, like Lauren or Heidi. I don't think that it's going to be Carson, and if that's the case, it's just him not losing in fire. Because if he gets to the end, especially if it's not against Yam Yam, I think he sweeps. No one beats Carson at the end except for possibly Yam Yam, which is a great spot for Carson to be. The next person that I have is Carolyn. Carolyn is so complicated here because while Carolyn, of course, has gotten the biggest edit we've seen so far in this new era, definitely matching people like Omar, like Shan, like Cody and Jesse. The issue is it's been so back and forth, showing her being crazy and then her being right at the same time. It's almost like they make Carolyn look good in any situation. Most situations where they would make someone look bad, like for example when Carolyn didn't fit in at all on her original tribe or on the merged tribe at first, they would show someone not fitting in, playing the game bad. That's playing a bad social game. But instead, they showed it from her perspective and how she's just trying and everyone else just isn't conforming to Carolyn. It makes her look really, really good and everyone else look like they're excluding her, when in reality, she just probably wasn't on the same wavelength as them. These things are very important when looking at a winner because the winner is always shown in that really positive light despite the situation. So I feel like Carolyn has that element. I don't see Carolyn being very good at a final tribal though. That's the main issue for me. Like I cannot see Carolyn getting up there and just listing all of her accomplishments, to taking questions without her emotion, taking it like logically and answering them in a mild manner. I feel like if someone kind of comes at her the wrong way, she will attack or kind of conceal up or get really, really emotional, one or the other. Carolyn's a very emotional player, and I think that won't change at Final Tribal. So it's a question of can she conceal that, and can she just let the other players hurt themselves instead of hurting herself for them? On top of that, I don't think Carolyn can be Yam Yam. I think Carolyn has to have Yam Yam leave for her to win. I think Carolyn's best chance, just like the rest of the girls, is to go all girls. The issue is, I don't really think that's going to happen. It's so rare, but especially with the Yam Yam and Carson having such a stronghold over Carolyn, that it really is Carolyn's game to win here. She really has to take out both of them at 5 and 4 and then get to the end and kind of take credit for all of their moves at the end for the Tika 3. And lastly, it's Yam Yam. I see him as the front runner to win. He has to go out at 5. If he's going to lose the game, it's at 5. It's not at 4. He's not getting that edit. He's getting the player who played really good and almost got there, but then got taken out by their ally, aka Carolyn and or Carson. Or he's going to win the game because his edit is great. It's showing him making moves. He has like a nice little winner storyline of like voting out everyone who voted for him. Him and Carolyn have gotten the best edits by far so far. We've seen a very balanced edit for him, which is good. Whereas in Carolyn has kind of peaked and fallen and peaked and fallen. So Yam Yam has really good chances to win. And unless he gets booted out at 5, which is the smart move for everybody here to do, then he will win the game. He is the front runner to win the game. But what do you guys think? Who's going to win the season? Let me know down below in the comments. Check out our live recap show tonight after the episode ends, 11 p.m. EST. And that's what I'll talk to you guys in the next one.